I just finished reading this book. It is excellent. The main concept in the book is that whenever we get too successful, we screw ourselves up. It's like we hit a glass ceiling and then we self sabotage just because we're not used to being that good. So, how might upper limit problems show up in your life, like practically? One of the things that Gay Hendricks suggests looking at is worry. If you're suddenly worried about something and you can't immediately do something about it, that might be something to look at. If you find yourself worrying, ask yourself a couple questions. Is what you're worrying about an actual real possibility? And is there any action you can take right now to make a positive difference? If the answer to one or both of those is no, you may be hitting an upper limit problem instead of worrying about something useful. Criticism and blame is much the same. If we find ourselves criticizing and blaming, chances are it has absolutely nothing to do with what we're criticizing and blaming, but rather that we've hit an upper limit. It applies both to criticizing others and criticizing yourself. Say we're hitting an upper limit and we recognize it. How do we solve it? You gotta feel whole. You gotta feel that you're in integrity with yourself. All right, next big concepts: zone of excellence and zone of genius. These two hit me hard. Now, zone of excellence sounds pretty good. You're doing something that you're great at, it brings in good money, and people like you for it. Now, the problem though is that you do that for too long and things start to get old. You don't feel fulfilled. Your zone of genius, on the other hand, that is the unique value that you bring into the world that serves yourself and serves others. I interpret genius as a courageous exploration of how I bring value into the world. Zone of genius sounds like a good place to be, right? Well, if you want to find out what your genius is, the author presents a few questions that you can ask yourself. Feel free to screenshot them. They're awesome. I've done this several times and they've helped me out a ton. You got the questions. Answer them. Do it now. Else you're going to forget. Go ahead. Snapchat's going to wait for you. Then there's a section about time. The author says that most people come from a frame of time scarcity. I don't have enough time, time's running out, I'm running late for a meeting. Well, the alternative is time abundance. Turns out when you're in time scarcity and you're rushing, and then you're stopping and you're bored, that kind of sucks. But if you choose what you do and you're relaxed about it and you single task on it, even if it is just waiting on the subway, you feel a lot more relaxed and have more energy to accomplish the things you want. So, lots of great stuff in this book. I enjoyed reading it. I read it in about a day. So, that about wraps up my review of The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I hope you enjoyed and that you found this useful.